chemicals and pill presses that are shipped with few controls from China to the Western Hemisphere. Chemical cartels use these components to manufacture these illegal substances and smuggle them into the United States. So the United States is going to seek to work together with China to target the fentanyl components.
That's President Biden today announcing what he calls a major crackdown on fentanyl smuggling. The Mexican cartels kill roughly 75,000 Americans a year with their drugs. Almost all of the chemicals come from China to Mexico. We'll save you a walk down memory lane, but for a year plus now, we've been saying this isn't about money, but rather policy, specifically treating the drug cartels like they're terrorists, something Mr. Biden has refused to do. Derek Maltz knows a lot about fighting the cartels, ran special operations for the DEA. And look, Derek, I think we should say it's personal for you, and rightfully so. Behind you are the pictures of kids who've been killed because of fentanyl, from fentanyl poisoning by the cartels. What do you make of sort of taking China's word at this?
Well, Leland, it's pathetic. The speech today was pathetic, reading off note cards. How about speaking from your heart, Mr. President? Thanksgiving, 300 families will not be there with their kids. Every day it's 300 families. But what I'm really concerned about, Leland, is he said he's committed to doing everything in his power to get the crisis under control. How about starting with shutting the border down, because your policies are facilitating the Mexican cartel's ability to not only make billions, but to kill Americans at record levels, historic levels. This is not Grandpa's drug crisis. This is a mass poisoning against our citizens. And the Chinese Communist Party and the networks in China have been involved for many years. I mean, Leland, you know, because we've talked about this before. You're talking about poisoning our country with chemicals coming out of labs from Wuhan and other labs in China. And it started like 2008 with K2 spice, synthetic drugs. Then it went to fentanyl. We got xylazine causing necrosis in people's bodies.
Help me understand something. I can't, and this I'm interested in. We see video all the time from Skid Row in San Francisco, obviously before they cleaned it up for President Biden's visitor out in Philadelphia, and sort of the junkies taking heroin and everything else. But then you look at where the most number of people are dying. It's in rural America. It's in Appalachia. It's where I'm from in Missouri. And I'm wondering why that is, and how the drug networks have targeted rural America versus suburbia.
Well, Leland, we've heard this saying all the time, that every city in America is a border city right now, because the cartels have infiltrated every single city in America with their poisonous fentanyl, their cocaine, their meth, their heroin. But now all of those drugs are tainted with the fentanyl powder. And the reason they could do it is because they're operating with impunity, and now they have a lethal partnership with the Chinese. Now, one thing America must realize is we have the most amount of Chinese nationals that we've seen ever, that I'm aware of, apprehended by Border Patrol. Middle-aged, military-aged men coming here to America, setting up marijuana grow operations all over the U.S. And God only knows what else is going on in these places.
We've done a lot on that, including that a number of the people have been caught, which means there's a number who haven't been caught with the same background, who have ties to the Communist Party, to the PLA, People's Liberation Army, Chinese intelligence, and the like. Derek, thank you. We appreciate it. We'll talk soon, all right? Thanks for watching. Go to joinnn.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.